Hello everyone on this fine, is it Monday or Tuesday? On this fine Tuesday evening. How do you do, everyone? So basically, this message is just a sort of update from Spirit. Yeah, it's an update from Spirit type of message. Just so, I don't think any of you guys particularly care, but about the people of your past, but they do want to say something to you. Or perhaps if not them, just Spirit wants to relay messages, okay, about how you're doing, where you're at, all that. And I was just doing a read for myself, tapping into the collective's energy here. And yeah, let's just see what the messages are. But again, I was just doing my own personal reading for fun, like I normally do. And then I was like, you know what? I feel like the collective needs to hear these messages too. I think they resonate for more than just me. So let's get into it. All right, Spirit, please connect me to the higher selves, timeline, the people my viewers are on. Let's see what the messages are. So we got the King of Swords here with the Eight of Wands and the Pentacle, Ace of Pentacles. So back to the people of your past statement, because with the King of the King of Swords, there were some people, and I want to say people more than a particular person, but you just take the messages as they resonate. Okay, so use your own intuition first and foremost. So we do have here some sort of King of Swords. So this makes me feel like a person who perhaps may speak very quickly, and they do not always think about what they say. This could be somebody who honestly either enjoys to hurt people or enjoys the feeling of power that they have when they hurt people. Like, this is somebody I feel like that would say harsh words to you and towards others, because deep down they feel very small, and this is the one way they feel like they have control over others, is when they know that they hurt you, or they know that the language, the words that they use hurt other people. 222 on the clock when I said that. So yeah, this is somebody you might have been in a divine union with, or just somebody you were romantically interested in, and they have this like side to themselves where they feel, or this could even be the person that they mostly are. Like, we all have different masks, we all have different faces, if you will, but there's primary personalities we take on. I feel you're not the same person. At least I'm not the same person that I am in front of my parents as I am with my best friend, or as I am with my coworkers, with strangers, right? Like, I'm not the same person. You know, there's layers to me, there's layers to everyone, and it feels like this person's core root is an individual who perhaps likes to antagonize others because that makes them feel like they're in control. And so we have the Eight of Wands. So this person actually wishes to be in some sort of communication with you. This is somebody who just wants to say something to you. And with the Ace of Pentacles, it feels like actually what they want to convey is a sort of offer. So let's get into that. All right, let's get into whatever that is. What's this Ace of Pentacles, Spirit? Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. I wish I had my oracles. I don't have my oracles with me. I'm in the middle of moving. Pretty soon I will be in a different location recording my videos, but sorry about that, guys. So we got the we got the Eight of Swords. So this person actually just wants to, this feels like what they want to communicate more than it is what this offer is, but we'll get into it. We'll get into the energy. It does feel like this person actually wants to perhaps reveal something to you, because I'm getting this feeling that this is either you, how you feel about them, like you're not sure how they feel about you, or this person is unsure about how you feel about them, but they do want to get out of this weird little dance. But I am starting to get a weird energy with this person. Can I get a clarifier for the Eight of Wands? Can I get a clarifier about the Eight of Wands? So it does feel like this person just wants to communicate with you, perhaps like some sort of interest or offer. But this is strange. This is strange. Why is this? Does this person have, what is this King of Swords like intentions with the collective? What is the King of Swords intentions with the collective? What are their true intentions, Spirit? Maybe they're their true intentions is to confuse you. I think that this person, either they don't know what they want or they just want to distract you, because I did see the devil card earlier when I was shuffling. Yeah, and we got the temperance in the reverse with the king of wands. I do feel like this person could be very hooked to your energy, your sexual energy, and this person could want to present to you some sort of offer just so you don't lose interest, just to keep you in their energy. Like, perhaps this person knows you desire a romantic connection, and this person honestly could like the prospects of being with you. They're just a very confused individual, or this person, this could be somebody who's unsure of their sexuality. I mean, like, they could get questioned a lot on what their sexuality is, and it's to the point where perhaps they're unsure themselves. But at the same time, they know that you are a great partner and you have great prospects. Like, so it's almost like they don't even care that they don't know. They just know they can't lose you. And so they're willing to they're willing to do anything just so you don't lose interest in them. But the problem with that is, like, that's not healthy for you or them. This is a situation that could leave you very, very confused for a while. Because with the Page of Wands and the Nine of Wands, this person just doesn't want you to give up on them. And so, yeah, because it feels like you're losing interest and you're ready to surrender. Like, this feels like you're ready to surrender to God. Like, you're like, okay, God, like, or the universe or spirit or whatever you believe in, right? Like, you're basically like praying, like, if this person is not for me, then allow them to just be washed away, cleansed out of my energy like the river flows. And if they are meant for me, then I pray that we will meet at the right time. Something like that, right? And this person is like, oh no, like, I don't want to, like, I know I was playing games and everything, but, like, I don't actually want you to lose interest in me. Like, this could be somebody who intentionally sends mixed messages. Like, this is someone that could be like, that likes to keep people guessing, keep them on your toes. Like, this person never wants to say something that makes you think they actually care for you, even if they really do. This person, honestly, it might be ready to give you an offer of some sort. Like, this person's ready to, I mean, I'm not sure if they're ready to clear the confusion, but they're definitely ready for you to be in a commitment with them of some sort. Because with the Ace of Pentacles, this could be like a relationship. Like, this person can offer you like a long-term relationship. It's just, it's gonna be a bumpy ride the whole way through, because this person isn't gonna want to be honest. They could also come from a background that makes it difficult for them. Like, they could have like an upbringing where, like, they were always told not to be upfront with people, not to show your cards, to reveal your hand. But that's actually just preventing them from having authentic connections with you and others in their life. So it's not good for anyone involved. Long story short. And honestly, like, something tells me you could do better. So yeah, we got the Devil card here, guys. I don't, like, there really is nothing more to say here. This person actually just wants you to be trapped in a cycle with them. So there's actually another message is coming through with the Devil card. This individual has a lot of karmic cycles in their life with their parental figures, with the people that raised them, perhaps with the family member, like siblings, cousins. They have a lot of connections in their life that are genuinely unhealthy for them. And I think they're at the point where they're past awareness, depending on how old this person is, especially if they're in their beginning 30s or like in their later 20s. You can take the loud ass truck that just drove by as confirmation or not. I did see a few birds in the sky, and it's a rainy day. So I'm just saying, please move forward. If you do decide to move forward with this person in a connection, just move forward with, like, just caution, really, is the message here. But so with the Devil card, there was another message that came through as soon as, like, I saw it. I was like, okay, not the best vibe for everybody here watching, but this individual has a lot of karmic cycles in their life, and they know how to get people stuck in a karmic cycle with them, even people who are not a part of their initial, like, I feel like everybody is born with karmic cycles. Like, I had karmic cycles. Like, I'm sure everybody here, and you know what they feel like. Karmic cycles have a very distinct feeling to them. Like, I still turned 11 when I said that. Like, a lot of my karmic cycles felt like family. Like, my family members each emanate a certain kind of energy. It's loving, it's caring, but it's also toxic too. So, like, it's like a cluster of those sort of feelings. And certain family members made me feel a certain kind of way. And then I would meet people who were not related to me, and I've never met them before, but they felt just like them. Like a nurturing mother type figure, but also very backhanded at the same time. You know, like, chipping away at your self-confidence with every single backhanded compliment they give. And then, like, but you get what I mean, right? Like, also, I'm kind of sick, so don't mind me, but it does feel like these energies, this particular energy here, whomever this King of Swords type is somebody who knows how to keep people stuck in cycles with them. And so how they do that is, because I'm getting like a how they do it. So, 11:11 on the clock. So you know what I'm talking about. This person starts off as a jerk to everyone but you. Like, you will see that they're not particularly polite to people, but they will treat you special. Like, I'm getting, like, they will treat you special in some way or another. Like, this could be someone who, like, perhaps they ignore people, or they don't treat a lot of their responsibilities like they're urgent, but then they will treat you like you're hot shit, like you're urgent, and it will make you feel special, because that's how they get you. They have to create positive dopamine reactions, or was it oxytocin, that, I don't know, there's like, some sort of chemical your brain releases when you're happy, right? Maybe when you feel safe and comfortable too. Because this person will act like that to you in the beginning, but then, like, over time, you'll see, like, it won't even be that long, maybe 3-week, maybe a month-long period before you start to get the treatment that everyone else gets. And I do feel like this person will open up to you about a lot of their traumas, and I'm sure this person has experienced a lot. This person has probably experienced horrific things in their lifetime, especially in their youth, that cause, and they'll basically be like an excuse, like, this is what caused me to act like this is what causes me to be like this, or something along those lines, right? Take whatever resonates, but that, maybe it's not going to go like that for everyone, but the point is like, this person is going to perhaps create a victim mentality or narrative. They'll tell you, like, I experienced this growing up, so it made it really hard for me to open up to people, or whatever, right? Or I experienced this betrayal when I was younger, and so that's, and you will sympathize with them, you will connect with them, because perhaps you may have had some of those same experiences, like, oh, I've had people do that to me before and it sucked, but I don't act like that. Like, I don't act like that to people. Like, I'm not a jerk to others, even though I've experienced very similar things, or whatever, right? Like, you'll be like, I don't treat people like that, but whatever. Like, everyone handles their trauma differently. Like, perhaps you may be very sympathetic to an individual who does not give that same level of sympathy to others, and that's going to be something to keep in mind. Okay. Anyways, with the Devil card, all in all, this person has their ways of keeping people stuck in cycles. This person is like an energetic hoarder. Okay, you guys seen the show Hoarders? Excuse me, sorry about the sniffles. Some of you may even have family members who are hoarders. This is someone who just doesn't want to, like, let people go, and they'll lie to you. They'll lie to your face. They'll keep you in, like, this type of energy. Honestly, this offer of love or commitment, it's not really love. Like, this offer of commitment is simply so you stay stuck. Honestly, some people are messengers of God, and some people are messengers of the devil. Do not mix the two. Do not confuse the two. Some people will try to help you align on your highest timeline, and others actually want to see you fall, to fail. And it may not even be because they believe in the devil or that they worship the devil. It could just be their nature. That's like this primal energy before it's, like, harnessed into productive energy. Like, just I try not to take it personally. Some people are just stuck like that. And there's nothing you can do to help them. Just let them fall. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. There's nothing you can do anyway. Like, they want to remain stuck. This person is very, very comfortable in this energy. You can't help them. Please allow them to fall on their sword. 15:15 on the clock when I said that. And 15, it just feels like a very, like, sword-like number, if that makes sense. It's like 1 is a number of change and new beginnings, and then 5 is also the number of change. So it's just like, it feels like a new change needs to happen here. So we get the 5 of Pentacles. If you guys were wondering what you should do in this connection, it is to pull away your energy. Allow this person to fall. Do not fall for their tricks. Honestly, just block them. Yeah, with the Moon card here, there's a lot of fear, maybe that you may have towards this connection. 15:51 on the clock. You may have a lot of fear. This other person could have a lot of fear. But you may have some fears that this person could actually be some sort of divine union. Like, perhaps you guys are worried that this connection is actually meant to be. Or, I'm not sure. Whatever is stopping you from releasing this person, just know that, like, 16, it doesn't need to stop you. Listen, if it is for you, it will be for you. So what's the advice for the collective on this situation? If it's meant for you, it will be for you. And with the Devil card, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think it's for you. We get the High Priestess in the reverse. I got a clarifier. Okay, it fell on the floor. You guys have very strong intuitions with this Queen of Cups. It just feels like that's not where you're coming from. You're not operating out of this divine loving energy. When it comes to this connection, you actually may be overlooking your intuition here, or your insight, your intellect, out of favor for how this person makes you feel. It's actually clouding your judgment here with the High Priestess. This is like actually stopping you from perceiving the connection for what it is, especially if you've opened up to friends or family about this person and they don't like this individual. You may at this time be sort of allowing your feelings to judge to cloud your better judgment. That's what it feels like. Perhaps this is what's going on, because maybe intuitively you may not even feel pulled, like maybe logically you know this person isn't for you, like you know you should pull away, but then your emotions cloud your intuition and it feels like you're actually not thinking straight. Like you really want this to work with this person, perhaps because you want to love them, but this is the pairing. The pairing is between a King of Swords and a Queen of Cups, and you're not even facing the same direction. Like, this person honestly isn't a good match for you. You may somehow bring the best out of this person, but that's synthetic. It's not authentic. Like, it's they're just mirroring you. So the things that you actually like about this individual are the things you like about yourself that they are projecting back out to you. It's not actually them, is what I'm trying to say here. This person, like I said, they know how to keep people stuck in their energy, how to keep people stuck in karmic cycles. That's how they get you. This is literally how they get you. With the World card here, yeah, I don't see the situation improving anytime soon. If you do decide to go for another go around with this person, because I feel like you may be in the middle of a break. For some of you it could be that, or for some of you this cycle's just started. But it's, I mean, no matter how you look at it, and I could be wrong, so just take that with a grain of salt, but I feel like the end solution to this is going to be a permanent separation. Divine timing will play if it's actually meant to be. Like, if you separate from this person and then you never talk to them again, like if the universe never presents this individual to you again, it's because they never did the work to be in your life, and that's okay. Like, not every lover is for you. And although this person may have made you feel very strongly, I feel like it's the emotions that keep you stuck. Like, you're like, well, but they made me feel so strong about them. I would really suggest you look up occults. Like, not to be morbid, but just I would really suggest you look up how people get trapped in occults. I'm not saying this person has a cult-like energy. I'm just saying they also followed their emotions, and they also felt very guided to those connections with those people, and look how that played out for them. I'm just saying some people know exactly what to say and how to act to get other people to do their bidding, even when it goes against their higher judgment. And this does, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. Your feelings are valid. I'm just saying, like, that could have been like how they got you to stay stuck on them, even though they probably don't provide you with much. I don't think this person's a very good anything. Lover, friend, provider. As if this is a masculine energy here, like if this is somebody who's meant to put, like, be in their masculine in this connection with you, they're probably not providing you with anything, not even affection or love or gifts. Like, this person honestly just, all they have is your emotions and that's all they need. And they know what to say and how to act and how to be. They could even fake healing or whatever, right? To keep you stuck. And this person is, another way of looking at it is, if you can overcome this obstacle, if you can overcome this trial, then there's little to nothing that can stop you from achieving what you actually came here to do. 21:21 on the clock. But basically, like, I don't know, there's obviously a spiritual mission here amongst all of this, but it honestly, it feels like it's a little too soon to tell you what that is. Like, you are the one who's going to have to alchemize all this pain into meaning and purpose, and I can't tell you how that's going to manifest for you, but I can tell you that I have been in a similar situation here to what you are going through. Like, I've been in connection with a person who I felt was like a twin flame of mine. You know, I was like, this person knows exactly what to say and what to do to keep me stuck on their energy, even though they don't talk to me, even though they ghost me at times, even though they make me feel so insignificant at one moment. And in another moment, I feel like the light of the world, the pride that they have, you know, like, basically someone who just sends a lot of mixed signals. But I also felt like I was receiving signals from the universe that this person was meant for me, that I was seeing signs everywhere. I took a sunny day as a sign that this person loves me, and then lo and behold, they would never respond to my text. So basically, it's just like, and they knew what they were doing. They knew, and they would say things like this. A person obviously had a very intense sexual desire towards me. Their emotional connection wasn't as strong, and they also did not value my emotions or what I had to, like, long story short, this person was like an energy vampire, masking themselves as a real person, like masking as if they were a loving, sincere individual, because that's who I am, and it's easy to mask when you just mirror another person. And what I was giving them was pure, authentic, high vibrational love, and that's what they would mirror back. But that wasn't how they truly felt, because again, their actions never aligned. And if I was looking at this from a third person perspective, where I wasn't the person that was in love, but a bystander, a friend of the person that loved, a friend of the person, of this person, I would see that they obviously were just love bombing. People do that, okay? People will sit there and lie to you. You ever got a job before? I'm just saying, like, they'll sit there and lie to you. They'll sit there and tell you that, like, oh yeah, like, we do this at this company, we do this at this company, and then like 6 months later, you're sitting there like, they didn't do any of that shit for me. Like, like, okay, for example, one time I got a job where they were like, the only like, my main reason for getting the job was the flexibility of hours. Come to find out, after I got the job, they were not flexible. In fact, they were the least flexible job I've ever had. You can't even cancel. You can't even call out from work. And if you did, you would jeopardize the health of people. Like, that's how inflexible it was. Like, unless you were sick, because then that you would jeopardize people even more. Crazy. I'm just saying, like, people do that. And I know you want to live, allowing your emotions to take you wherever they please, and that's not a bad way to live. It's just, there's a time and place for everything, and this connection is not one of those things. And if you could learn how to do that in your romantic life, you would become an unstoppable force. Hence why the devil sent you this connection, to try to stop you, to break your will. like to stop you from living authentically to who you are, because they sent you a trap. And if you fall for the trap, and you may have already felt like you fell for the trap, but you can always still get out of it. Like, understand, God will create a path for you to walk out of this connection if you so choose, no matter how in deep you think you are. Take this as it resonates, but I do feel like the devil sends us traps, and God allows it because God knows if you can overcome it, then you will become the strongest version of yourself. Imagine this Queen of Cups when she doesn't fall for these traps anymore, where she doesn't just take someone at their face value, where she looks deeper and is like, okay, well, you said you do this and this for me, and I'm not going to allow myself to fall for you until you actually provide the things that you said you would fucking do. So if this person said they'd ever take you on a date, like, or if this person ever offered to take you on a trip or whatever, okay, like, however that resonates, like, if this person says that, you know, like, if this person is like, oh, like, I want to prove to you that, like, I'm trustworthy, and you're like, okay, we'll prove that you're trustworthy, and then they do absolutely nothing to prove it to you, like, maybe they buy you dinner or something, or they're like, oh, like, I won't expect any sexual contact from you, but I'll still take you out on a date or whatever. And you're like, no, you got to do more than that to prove to me that you're trustworthy. What the fuck? Like, you have to, like, bend over backwards or whatever. Okay, like, you'll never demand, they will provide. You will never demand, but you're not going to open your gates until they provide. Like, and if you could become that version of yourself that's still loving and authentic and caring, but you just hold back, you will have these people chasing after you. I'm serious. They'll eat up your crumbs. The crumbs that you leave them, they'll eat it up. They'll be like, can I have more, please? I'm just saying, like, this connection is meant to bring the best out of you in moving forward too, but it's going to be different than what you thought. Like, if you ever thought that having boundaries made you a bitch, think again. But having boundaries is how you become seductive. Having boundaries and keeping to them, like, you hold the space. You're like, okay, well, if you can't provide, like, sometimes I think about, like, and then maybe this sounds weird, but, like, sometimes I think about people trying to have my heart, like, people trying to have my beating heart, people who pursue me for the explicit purpose of having my heart, as, like, retail. I know you think you're worthy. I know you think you deserve my heart, but unfortunately, you do not have the funds to afford it. Like, I'm really sorry, but, like, you showed up today for my time and my energy, and I'm here to let you know that, unfortunately, what you thought was good enough isn't. It's quite expensive. It takes a lot of time and energy and effort to have all of me. My time, my attention, my wealth, my beauty, my hand in marriage. It takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of time to have those things. And I'm going to let you know right now, you can't afford. You can't. Like, you can sit here and argue with me how deserving you think you are, but unfortunately, you didn't show up with the right shit. So, cards been declined. And in case you haven't noticed, there's at least 10 people in line for the same thing that you want. Maybe you should have showed up with the right card. Maybe you should have, I don't know, fucking worked for it. I don't know, this is crazy. Maybe you should have shown up with the funds. Wow, crazy. You showed up to this business thinking you could just have it for free. I don't know what world you're living in, and it sounds like a great one, but you need to go back to it because you just stepped into reality here. So, next in line, thank you. Thanks for stopping by, but your patronage is not necessary. Anyway, like, you thought you could just show up and have my heart for free without working for it? You thought that you could just have me, like, and put no effort in? You thought you could just show up as an inauthentic, insincere version of yourself and you could have me forever? That's what I thought was funny. Like, I thought that was like, are you a comedian? Maybe that's your calling because you know how to tell a joke. What are you doing here? This is the wrong place for you, bro. I think you meant to go to Dollar Tree. Like, sorry, babe. This is not Dollar Tree. Anyways, so what I'm trying to say here is, like, imagine a world where you don't allow your emotions to sway you in the wrong direction. Imagine a world where your heart and your head coexist in harmony. Not perfect harmony, but harmony. Okay, imagine who you would be, how powerful you would be, and how, like, you just could never be misled or swayed away if you learn this lesson. And I feel like that's what the lesson is for you guys, is to learn how to think with your head, to fall in love with your head and heart. Excuse me. Maybe for some of you, you're very used to thinking with your heart, but it's time to consider your head. Because I'm sure this person exhibited a lot of red flags before this point, before you were so confused with the mixed signals. I'm sure this person did exhibit a lot of red flag behavior that you may have just ignored. Because, you know, you're just a silly girl in love, and I get it. Maybe some of you are young, like maybe some of you are like below the age of 25, and you're still young at heart in any age really, but like my point is like maybe some of you never really experienced this kind of person that would purposely misguide you and mislead you with their actions and all that. And I do feel like this person may have an authentic source of love for you just because of who you are, but that doesn't mean they're for you or that they'll treat you right. Okay. And I don't want to leave this like video, this message with like a sad ending, because I'm sure some of you are maybe in pain over this, like hurting because like you could have honestly loved this person, and it may be like tearing you down that they're not who they said they were, and that maybe it is best for you to just move on, but they're not going to just let you move on. You have to make that choice on your own, because they're not going to give you the closure you deserve, and they're not going to give you what you need in order to leave, right? Like this person isn't who they need to be a good person for you, and they know that, and they have no intentions of being that person for you. They just want to keep you stuck to them, because it's good to have someone like you on their side. It's good to have a person like you, even if it drains you, even if it sends you to an early grave, because that's what the devil card is. Like these are toxic cycles that seem really good on the surface. Perhaps like you think like it's fine, but then 10 years down the line, you're wondering why when you cough, sometimes I like to think of this card as like a nicotine addiction. Like right now it seems like it's great, like, you know, like, oh, it's good, like it keeps me from, you know, feeling all this bad emotion or whatever. It keeps me energized. I don't know what nicotine does to people, to be completely honest. Like I don't know, but the way I see it is like at first it seems like a really, really good thing. It seems like it's honestly not that bad, and it leaves you feeling better than worse. But then over time you wonder 10 years down the line, why is there a little bit of blood in my cough? You know, like how come my chest feels very heavy and dense or whatever? Like how come I have lung cancer? That's crazy. How did that happen to me? So basically it may seem like a good fix for now, but then the consequences really add up with time, and it could even lead to your death. And so this connection, in a sense, is like an addictive substance. Like it seems okay for now, but then over time, we got 33 on the clock. But over time, it will leave you feeling sick, and it could lead to your death. So just keep that in mind. Okay, but back to this, like, trying to end the message with a hopeful side to it. This person is one of many. This individual is not particularly unique. The world's full of King of Swords energies, low vibrational energies. There are plenty of people who can just look at you and they can tell what it is you want. There are people that will approach you acting like they're exactly what you need, because what you need isn't that hard to figure out. It's not like you're a closed book. It's not like you're hard to read. It's not like you tried to mislead people or whatever, right? You're authentic, and authenticity is easy to pick up. It's easy to read. It's not an energy that's intentionally dismissive or not dismissive. It's not an energy that's intentionally misleading. It's very straightforward. And straightforwardness is easy to read when you take it for its surface value. And some frequencies you cannot fake, like authenticity. So people can tell who you really are, and that's honestly, to me, that's a compliment, but it's not so much when you're being fooled for it. Okay, and so my point is, you're learning how to pick up these red flags on people. This feels like a new connection for some of you. Like, I feel like some of you have entered a new kind of like status, maybe, like, I don't know, like the universe thinks you can handle this challenge, so it sent it towards you. And I think the challenge here is to figure out who people really are and decide if that's what you want. Don't be afraid to take your time. Don't be afraid to take your time with people. And I know that requires a lot of self-control, but I know you're up for the challenge. I know you can do it. I feel like for some of you, it could be as simple as implementing a 90-day rule. Don't sleep with people for 90 days. And in those 90 days, you have the opportunity to figure out who they really are. And really, what is 3 months? How much time is that to spend on getting to know a person? Like, how much time is that really? It's like 3 months, 90 days. That's not a whole lot of time. You still have years and years, if not decades, to find the right one. And if it's not this person, at least you didn't get too attached before you realize that. So with that being said, just take your time getting to know people. There's really no like substitute. You have no choice but to take your time and to study them, to really pay attention when you're with them. I like to do research. That's just who I am. When I'm into something, I like to do my research on it. I've been doing a lot of research on how like people conduct dating, which is, I know it sounds silly, but I used to think it was something I could just navigate intuitively. I felt like the right person would just come to me, until I realized people like to lie, and they're really good at it. There's a reason why we're so fascinated with the art of acting. Okay. Like, I'm just saying, some people are really good at fooling others. So good that they do it for a living. And that's how they make their bread. And I'm not here to judge. Part of me does actually like to act, but not in my dating life. I like to show up sincere and authentic, and I hope that that energy will be matched. And I feel like it's because you're so sincere and authentic that God allows these kinds of messages to come to you, so you can figure out for yourself what is true and what is not. Okay. But yeah, basically, like, I've just been doing research. There are a lot of signs. Like, there are a lot of elder, I like to listen to elders for their advice, but there are a few channels that I watch, and I feel like linking them just so like you guys have the same access to the resources. If you're watched this far and you're really curious, look at my description. I will link 2 channels. One is called Consciousnness with a K. I'll link it, but this guy kind of reveals like how men play women, basically, like, because he was a player. This is a guy that used to play women. Like, he would sit there and tell you everything you've ever wanted to hear just to sleep with you, just to have your energy, just to have you in a way that's not even healthy for you. And they don't care. Like, they have no remorse while they're doing it. It won't come until later. But, you know, just giving you like, just telling you like how some men conduct their business and how it's actually really shady, but also just like let you in the know, like, people will do that. Don't be surprised, and this is how you can spot it before it becomes a problem, so you can escape from it, so you can get out of that situation. Okay. And there's another channel I follow where it's like, it's dating. I forgot how to say his name, but this is like, this guy posts a lot of videos like on what to do when you're on a date, how to act in a sense where like you can suss out another person's vibe, and like just also what certain things mean. Like, if a guy says like he's unavailable on the first date, then it's like, okay, then why are we on a date? If you're emotionally unavailable, what do you want from me? Oh, it's just my body, I see. or whatever, you know. Anyways, you guys, I'd look at those resources if you were really curious. Just, I mean, try not to look at it through a pessimistic view, although I'm not going to sit here and act like that's impossible. But just, you know, just educate yourself. Just get educated. Just see, like, oh, I see, like, this is how I can avoid my heart getting broken. Like, see it as a resource to help you avoid heartbreak. It's not 100% guaranteed, but at least you'll be up to date on how people fool each other and how you can avoid getting fooled. And remember to continue to stay authentic to who you are. Please don't become like these people. Don't get caught up in dating karma, because dating karma is real. But just, you know, show up as yourself and study the other person. Dates are meant to be a time to get to know another individual, to figure out if you still want to go on a date, not to see if you want to get married to them. That's not the purpose of dating. Dating shouldn't be for the purpose of that, because then that's how you get stuck in those traps really quick, is because you're dating with such a seriousness that you're dating from a place of desperation, so you might fall for a trap because you're not really looking to make sure you're not. But just see if you want to go on another date. Have a very relaxed mind about dating without putting your body into the equation, or the other person. Like, you guys shouldn't really even be touching. Just see who they are. Spend time getting to know them in public spaces. And heck, if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. If it's not, then don't. Anyways, every relationship is different too, so keep that in mind. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. You know, take care. And yeah, I mean, that concludes the messages, and I hope that they resonated. Let me know if they did or if they didn't. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.